Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Who do you think this shot at goal? Goal! Japan! And the game springs instantly to life.
The perfect show of intent. Great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Vietnam finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Messi. Marmouche. Can he get onto this? He's picked his way through. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Nuno Mendes. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And it's Mendes. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Kimmich just loves to go forward whenever he can. Chouameni does well to get it back. Played out to the right. Threads one in. Now it's Palmer. Played out wide. Prevenberg with a fine tackle.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Bruno Fernandes. Nicely weighted ball. Good ball, good take. Can he finish? He's scored! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Vietnam grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And here's Palmer. Driving through the middle. And it's Messi. Now it's Kimmich. He's found a way through. And it's made its way to him. Bruno Fernandes. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Wriggles his way through. He's having a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Bruno Fernandes actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Tries to get it clear. Ekitike. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Can he spark a counter here? Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Trippier. Now, can they get him away? And it's played in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Girassi providing an outlet on that flank. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's cut it out. Quality ball. Mbappe is onto it in a flash. Bruno Fernandes has found the net here, of course. Schlotterbeck. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Prevenberg kept his eye on it, and he's there. Kimmich spots it and intercepts. Chelhanoglu, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Girassi, and he was quick to react. He shifted it to the flank. Nuno Mendes, big header! Goal! Japan! And again they hit the front. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Japan get themselves into the lead. Chelhanoglu. Might be danger here. And he's in on goal. And the shot! It's in! They're level in a trice!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and...
And there's the end of the first half. Japan are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2. So we're into the second 45. Bruno Fernandes picks it up out wide. Oh, there's a probing ball. That's a sharp pass. And this is Messi. Girassi. Ekitike. He's found a way through. O'Reilly. And he shoots! He won't be happy with that one. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Great chance! It's a goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Vietnam take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
So can they find a way to turn round this deficit? Oh, good-looking ball.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Japan needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
That's a shade optimistic. Chouameni. That's a lovely, neat pass. Messi. Now that looks a decent ball.
Japan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Can he get it through? Thinks about the shot. Shapes to shoot! It's in! 2 Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Oh, that's neat. And he's picked it up out wide. Schlotterbeck deals with that comfortably. O'Reilly. And here's Alvarez. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Gravenberg. And here's Alvarez. A decent chance! He scores! He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. This looks... And a chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Out to the right. Oh, that's fabulous. Delivered with swing. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Played out to the left flank. Back into the middle. Yildiz receives it in a good position. Can he finish? Has another go! And yes, it's there! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Vinicius Junior.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Oh, good spread. Played back in. In by Trippier. Ekitike! So close, but that's it. The full-time whistle has gone.
Well, both managers would have preferred not to go this far, but here we are. It's about nerve control now.
So we've gone the full distance here, nothing definitive, and we will be back shortly for a penalty shootout. Alvarez shoulders the responsibility of the first kick. And he has done his bit.
I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
Bruno Fernandes is the next man in the spotlight. And the keeper's come up trumps.
He was so focused there. Fantastic save.
Japan with this chance to pull two clear. And they're two up. Vietnam can't afford to miss another one. Big character, big moment, big save. The third man in the queue.
Well, he totally nailed that penalty, picked his spot, and didn't change.
He must, but can he? Saved it, and that's that. So in the end, they just about prevailed. All the emotional torture. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And it's messy. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Allison. He's an excellent shot stopper, Peter, first and foremost, but he's just as good at creating chances as he is snuffing them out. He can spread the ball out quickly to both wings, whether it be with an accurate long pass or a quick throw, and that places him in the top order of the world's keepers.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Oh, that's nice. Shot could be on. And that's a dangerous... On the finish! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Messi. Messi looking to penetrate opposition lines. Japan finding their passes. Oh, good spread. Messi. Japan yet to have an attempt on goal. Alvarez. Great vision. Marmouche! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Vietnam looking to pass their way through.
This is the time you need that pace.
Bruno Fernandes charging forward, the ball at his feet. Pass somewhat off target. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Ah, he made it look.
Can he finish? He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And that's aimed into the middle. Cleared away. And reclaimed it in a trice. Decent chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. It's Çalhanoğlu! Now, who's going to be first to this? Messi. Tchouaméni. And it's Tchouaméni. And here's Marmouche. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Mbappe. Çalhanoğlu! No, he's missed it. Kimmich and Ndika, Nuno Mendes, and it's Mendes, and that has left him in a heap. Played out wide, and Gabriel. Bout of passing here, really. He tries a shot! Had everyone off their seats.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Nil-nil, but nevertheless a very decent game. Nice sequence of passes, this. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Goes for a shot! Goal! Japan!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Chelhanoglu. Searching pass he's played there. Japan leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Over to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Girassi is onto it in a flash. Konate. And the first half is done. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Japan are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Japan carrying a 1-goal lead. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
O'Reilly, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Chelhanoglu, cute ball now, how can he reach it? Bruno Fernandes. Vietnam claiming a corner, and the referee concurs.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And he's taking no chances there.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
And here's Bruno Fernandes. Van der Ven cuts it out. Mbappe. Couldn't squeeze it through. That's a little off target. O'Reilly. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Haaland. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And he's worked it through. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
And it's Kimmich. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Not the most accurate pass.
Vietnam really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Now it's Haaland. Haaland! They would have been... Oh, it's another chance! Corner number 2 then. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. So, third corner of the game. Cleared without hesitation. He's on it. Shoots! Alvarez proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
And it's Mendes. Passes coming off in quick succession here. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Chalhanoglu stood up well to him there.
Vietnam really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Well read, nice interception. Dink through. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Quality ball. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, shooting chance! And he's quick to get it clear again. Haaland showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he shoots! So close to drawing level.
That's really unlucky because he didn't do an awful lot wrong then. It's a let-off for that defence.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. It's a promising position. Ah, oh, such a clever touch. Cherky.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Takes a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Matheus Cunha is offering a wry smile there.
He's got tall. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Gabriel is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Now it's Weir. Knocks it into space. And it's made its way to him. Very nicely done. Big chance! And that should get the job done. And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about... Bruno Fernandes! It's in! And what a start!
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Vietnam are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Japan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Knocks it into space. Gravenberg. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nuno Mendes. Looking to go deep. It's a mighty effort! Sticks it away! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Devoid of any complexity, but boy was that certain.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response.
Climbs up big! Oh, should really have made more of that.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Nice physical challenge. And it's Messi. Gravenberg with the slide tackle there. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
Well, when the ref tells you you're going to get booked next time, you should listen.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Kimmich. And he lines up a cross. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And he's had it nicked away. It is a corner, good chance. Japan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that's not going to trouble anybody. Trippier. Oh, that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Rice. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Over to the other side.
Good ball, that too.
And it's Messi. Kimmich. Passes coming off in quick succession. Shapes to shoot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. No way through, so back it comes. Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
That's a cute ball. And no, that was never going to make it. Marmouche. Bruno Fernandes. Chance, surely! Schlotterbeck gets rid without sophistication. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, important interception. Pass somewhat off target. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Nicely shaped ball. Great ball if he can get there. Tries to get it clear. Nuno Mendes. Oh, played right into his path. Alvarez gets into some space. Hit into the middle. Konate with the clearance. And he's gone backward here. He's having a go! Just a whisker away. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Kimmich. Nuno Mendes. And the half-time whistle goes. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break, all square. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Japan really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Japan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Mbappe! Decent chance! They've done it! And they're back in front! Oh, delicious, such devilish curl!
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Vietnam take the lead. Nice looking ball. Bruno Fernandes. Foot in. Messi with a definite foul there. Opts for safety. Trippier. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And it's Rice. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Girassi, played back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Japan needing a change of fortune here. O'Reilly looking for a runner. And that's a nicely shaped ball. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's picked his way through. That is good strength. Fired deep towards the back post. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. This looks promising. That has been slung wide. He won't be happy with that one. Out to the left it goes. O'Reilly's cross.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Japan have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
That's a pretty loose pass. Bruno Fernandes. Kimmich.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And he's made sure that's not getting through.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is takes a shot! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Marmouche deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Japan choosing to make the first change. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Rice closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Trippier gets into a good position.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Oh, sweet feet. And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. O'Reilly getting this one clear. No, he's not getting past him there. He's had a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Japan must do something here and very quickly.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Maciej Cunha. Marmouche. Here's Maciej Cunha. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
Five minutes left on the clock. Timber. And he whips it in. And that has been cleared.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Timber.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
That's a sharp pass. And the number on the board is 3. Trippier. Great vision. Not the most accurate pass. Nuno Mendes. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was intense and enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Japan never really got into this game. I think conceding early as they...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the... Oh, what a climb! He's delivered all right! And that's got him off to a flyer!
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Japan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Could move up a gear here. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. For a moment, you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. There's the shot! Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And that should get the job done. Nice control. Great ball, and he's had a shot! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Messi turns back here, probably the best option. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Mendes. Aimed beyond the defence. Aimed in towards the centre. Foot in. Marmoush looking to add to his goal. Where? Mbappe is flagged offside. Stood up well to him there. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Mbappe receives it in a good position here.
Japan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Kimmich. Chooses to go cross-field. Nuno Mendes. Marmoush. Real chance! That's a pretty loose pass. Vietnam trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Mbappe. Gravenberg. To Çalhanoğlu. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
O'Reilly. 15 minutes till half-time. And it's Ware. And he's intervened well there. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Mendes. Chouameni. And it's Messi. To Bruno Fernandes. Ware. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bruno Fernandes. Japan looking to pass their way through. Chouameni really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Ware, who does have an assist to his name. Mbappe. Gabriel kept his eye on it, and he's there. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, it's a great... Thuram! And he hits the net! Japan are level! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both.
And the first 45 minutes are up. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Japan will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And we are back on the way.
Japan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Chelhanoglu. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And that's really well manoeuvred. Kimmich. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Nuno Mendes. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe. And it's Chelhanoglu. He's being urged to shoot. Now this could be a chance. That's a sharp pass. Chouameni promptly onto that, and that is that. Girassi. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Mbappe. Can he get it through? Japan have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra...
Shoots! In for the pieces! Goal! Japan! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Chelhanoglu. Oh, played right into his path. Japan needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Girassi ploughing through the middle. That's good defending, very good defending. That looks a good cross. Nicely aimed pass. And here's the chance to counter. That is good alertness. Now then, the ball's come loose. Out to the left it goes. Bruno Fernandes. Cleared without hesitation. And this is Messi. Now it's Kimmich. And this is Messi.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
That's a nicely weighted pass. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. And he's been shifted off it. Nicely worked. Well read, nice interception.
This is the time you need that pace.
Marmouche. Vietnam finding their passes. Ah, such a clever touch. He's in a great position here. Musiala gets it clear. And it's Vitinha. Threads one in. He's having a shot! So close to drawing level.
Such a good opportunity, Peter. I hope he doesn't end up regretting that miss.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And he's running through. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on through. And the volley. And for sure, that was not one of his best. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cherki, a temporary retreat here. And that has left him in a heap. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Thinks about the shot. Japan are looking to break at pace. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So the winner's bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collect. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And already we're underway here. Now it's Mbappe. Where stood his ground strongly. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Çalhanoğlu. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Back into the middle. Çalhanoğlu charging forward, the ball at his feet. Palmer. Now it's Thuram.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
That'll be a throw. Where? Now it's Mbappe. Where? And he's managed to get free. Oh, it's played into the area. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Hausen. Where? Gravenberg. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Chouameni. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Kimmich. And it's Bruno Fernandes. For Palmer. Now it's Girassi. Big chance! Goal! Japan! The breakthrough strike!
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
Japan have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely...
Climbs up big! Oh, crossbar! Chooses to go back. 15 minutes till half-time. Nicely weighted ball. Marmouche! And the boy's been caught on it here. It is a corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Japan have the chance to go the other way. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And once more, he proves rigid and robust. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Weir knocks it into space. Mbappe is flagged offside.
Japan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Bruno Fernandes, he has found the way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Bruno Fernandes cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
It's a throw-in. Kimmich picks it up now. That's really well cleared. Kimmich is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Bruno Fernandes. There's the whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Japan happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to.
Bruno Fernandes sticks it away. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Vietnam grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Bruno Fernandes. And he's picked it up out wide. And it's Bruno Fernandes. That'll be a corner. And it's been taken short. Deep cross. He's got tall.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
The pass has gone astray.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And for a moment, time stood still. O'Reilly.
Japan really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure, and come again.
And here's Marmouche. And he cuts out the supply. Palmer. Now, what about a counter-attack? Can he get it through? Vietnam can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Marmouche. Is there any... And Marmouche! He's got away with one there.
You lucky boy. You lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Gerassi. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Gravenberg. And it's Ware. Tries to pass it through. Nice control. Gravenberg. Now this could be a chance. Palmer with the clearance. Thuram.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Nuno Mendes.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that could set him on his way. And he's onside. Oh, well played, well played.
Vietnam clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now it's Mbappe. Very nicely done. Now the cross. Gerassi. Pass somewhat off target. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
It's a promising position. Well read, nice interception. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Gravenberg. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Matches Cunha! Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Japan take what looks to be a decisive lead.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football, a real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Gerassi voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Japan leave it late, but in the end, it was great.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
The action has already started. And Haaland! It's in!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So, a breakthrough. And the shot! Brilliant save from Alisson! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. Now that looks a decent ball.
Goes for a shot! They've done it! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Japan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Mbappe in acres of space out wide. Mbappe going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Can he get it through?
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Can he get on the end of this?
Could move up a gear here.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Messi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And Mendes. Vinicius Junior. And it's Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Gravenberg. It's Trippier, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Messi. Kimmich. Chouameni. Now it's Thuram. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Bruno Fernandes. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He's picked his way through, and the flag has stayed down. Danger averted for now. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a super give and go. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Çalhanoğlu.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Girassi. Oh, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
So a chance here, what can they make of it?
Well, it's a little too ambitious to go directed goal from here, I think.
It's a promising position, and a cross. Japan have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter. Trippier running with the ball. And it's Gravenberg. And here's Bruno Fernandes. And it's made its way. Chance! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Looking for a runner. He's in plenty of space here. It's out for a goal kick. Thuram. Van de Ven. It's a good run down the left-hand side, and that has been cut short. Chouameni clears. Calhanoglu. And it's O'Reilly. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. It's hit the crossbar. Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Nuno Mendes. It's Kimmich. And it's Messi. Now it's Girassi. And the pass is intercepted. Bruno Fernandes. Marmoush.
Marmoush really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Messi. Bruno Fernandes. Calhanoglu. To Bruno Fernandes. O'Reilly. Bruno Fernandes. And he gets rid in a hurry.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Messi. Japan have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Messi. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Haaland. He rises! Decent enough try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Gravenberg. Trippier charging forward down that flank. Nice control. Vinicius Junior. Thuram.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's Messi. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Big chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Ndika gets it away. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Thuram. Gets a good foot in there.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Cherki. Japan finding their passes. Pinches it off him. Chalhanoglu. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes touches it back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Bellingham. And here's Thuram. Spread it left. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Now it's Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
This looks promising. 5 minutes left on the clock.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Bellingham. Gravenberg. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Out to the left it goes. Goes looking wide. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Now this could be a pivotal moment. Dying minutes, free kick, great position.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
And he's taking no chances there. Gravenberg. Bellingham. He came in hard, very hard. Chooses to go cross-field. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Mbappe. There's no flag. Vietnam claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. All hands on deck for this one. Gravenberg! And that could so easily have gone in. It didn't, and the 90 minutes are up.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
So all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time. So our quest to find the winner continues. Looking for the run. Matches Cunha. Oh, that was vital. Van der Ven. And where? Caicedo. Chouameni. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Mbappe. Oh, that's nice. Bruno Fernandes. Matheus Cunha. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Nuno Mendes. And that is out of play. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Ndika kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Matheus Cunha. Cherki. Bellingham. Caicedo. Where? Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Now the delivery. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Half-time, extra time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner? And so the last chance to find a winner. Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? And here's Marmoush. He shifted it to the flank. Bellingham gets into a good position. He's got tall. Oh, it's in! And that has raised the roof! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Vietnam go into the lead.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter. The desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Played out wide. And he's picked it up out wide. And across it goes. Sanchez with the clearance. Japan are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Cherki. Marmoush. Caicedo. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Vietnam nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Real chance! Same again, same outcome.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Bruno Fernandes plays it short. Deep cross. Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Bruno Fernandes goes short. Climbs up big! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
And that's it. Japan can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their...
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
Well, as you can see, we've already started here. So, Jim, who would you identify as the... Can he finish?
Bruno Fernandes. And it's Eze. Kimmich. Looking to play him in. Backward it goes. Bruno Fernandes. Now Mbappe.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Trippier. Marmouche. Thuram has it out wide and in space. And a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Eze clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And that has earned a reprieve for the top.
John, surely! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Japan have their second corner now.
They've played it short.
Pass just lacking in accuracy. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Wriggles his way through. He's got away. Closing in on goal. He's found... Goes for a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Eze.
With an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Great chance here from position A1.
He's got to have a go at this, and it looks straightforward.
Look at the space here. That's a pretty loose pass. And it's Mendes. Nuno Mendes.
Nuno Mendes, a mighty effort! Goal! Japan! Devoid of any complexity, but boy, was that certain.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
Japan have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react. That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's the throw. Bruno Fernandes. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Thuram absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Marmouche.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Eze.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top. He's having a go! And for a moment, time stood still.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Trippier. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And here's Marmouche. Bruno Fernandes does really well to win the ball there. And they can counter here. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Mbappe.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And that has been cleared. Çalhanoğlu. And here's Haaland. Haaland. Loose ball now, and there's a chase. Oh, what has happened here? Plays the ball back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Marmouche does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Bruno Fernandes picks it up out wide. Schlotterbeck did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And here's Haaland. O'Reilly. He's found a way through. And the cross comes in. And that has been knocked clear. It's loose here, and they'll want to reclaim it. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Dealt with nicely by the defence. They're back in possession and ready to go again. There's the whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Japan have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Japan carrying a 1-goal lead. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Eze. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ndika. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Knocks it into space. Now the delivery. A header! Just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Vietnam are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Can he get it through? Chance for a shot! Chouameni.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Chips it through. No luck with that dink over the top. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. It's a throw-in. Tries to pass it through. Great work on the overlap. Cleared away.
Vietnam really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for options for movement. Out to the left it goes. Now it's good. Shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Now it's Mbappe. Plays a sharp little ball here. Mbappe! Passing nice and neat. Now he's got space here. O'Reilly. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Mbappe receives it in a wide position. Ah, such a clever touch.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Trippier. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Thinks one through. One 0 as we head towards the end. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Eze. O'Reilly. That's a good run down the left. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Haaland. Goes looking wide. O'Reilly's cross. And that has been cleared.
Vietnam really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Ndika. Girassi is herring after that one. That's a throw. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And that is that. Japan have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
The action has already started.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he goes cross-field.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively.
Shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Not quite sure who got the final touch, but it will be another corner. Vietnam have their second corner now. And he's there to clear it. And it's Chalhanoglu. Chance for a shot! Oh, super goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! You just know there is no stopping that.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
He's shifting through the gears here. That is a brilliant interception. Oh, there's a probing ball. Gravenberg. Trippier. Quarter of an hour played.
Japan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And here's Haaland.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quick.
Oh, smashing header! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Didn't quite get enough on that.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
They've played it short.
And that's gone loose. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Chalhanoglu. Now he's off and running. He's through here. Haaland could try cutting inside here. Gabriel does really well to win the ball there. And they've got rid. Just eases him off the ball.
That's a pretty loose pass. Gravenberg, and it's Bruno Fernandes. And here's Haaland. Now there's a fine ball. Here, terrific header. Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Bruno Fernandes. And here's Marmouche. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Mbappe. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Plays in a cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Shin. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Played out to the left flank. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Played out wide. Real chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Great defending, strong and determined. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And no surprise, that's a booking. And it's Mendes. Schlotterbeck deals with that comfortably.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Trippier hurtling down that right flank. That is good alertness. Thuram. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Ndika spots it and intercepts. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's picked his way through. Looking to go deep. Alisson claims it without any fuss. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And the game has already resumed here.
Japan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Çalhanoğlu. Gravenberg. Now this could be a chance. Mbappe! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 3 coming up. A lot of space ahead of him. In by Trippier. Big chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, at least he was in the right position and he reacted quickly enough. The manager will like that.
Marmouche. And it's Eze. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Gravenberg. Gets a good foot in there. Now, can they get him away? Haaland. That is lovely. He's in space and looking for options. O'Reilly, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. And that is as far as they're going to go. He's having a shot!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Gerassi. Thuram. Oh, well played, well played.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Mbappe picks it up out wide. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now the cross. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Can he get on the end of this? Nicely weighted ball. Oh, no joy this time. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. And that's another good win of the ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Matheus Cunha. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Done delicately. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, nice touch. Haaland.
Vietnam clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Cucurella. It's a good spell of possession, this. And it's Palmer. Brilliantly cut out. Chelhanoglu. Now O'Reilly. Vietnam are looking to break at pace. Chouameni. Cherki. Gerassi. Matheus Cunha. Gerassi. He's found a way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter. Vietnam are totally dominant in the middle of the park. A no-way-through zone.
And it's O'Reilly. He is just caressing the ball. Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Into the last 5 minutes. Knocks it into space. Decent chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Mbappe has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Cucurella. Mbappe does really well there. He is strong.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Lovely pass. Great chance!
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
And that's that. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
It's just a bad day at the office, Peter. They look below par in all areas, and it has to be cause for genuine worry.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. you